Hi, I'm Gail and welcome back to Low Carb Recipe Ideas. Today we're going to make an appetizer and it's called the Chicken Club. You know, like a chicken clubhouse sandwich. We're going to have bacon, chicken, and tomato and mayonnaise as our appetizer. So let's get started. So the first thing we're doing is going to get a pound of bacon, and I like Snyder's Country Natural. It doesn't have any preservatives, there's no carbs in it, so this is the product I like to use. It has no nitrates, everything's natural in the bacon itself, and the bacon is very delicious. So what I've done is I've cut it in half, and now I'm going to just take the strips, and on my cookie sheet I've put some parchment paper down, and I'm just going to lay the pieces of bacon onto the cookie sheet. And then I'm going to put them in the oven at 400, and I'm going to cook them until they are almost completely cooked. So I've got the pound of bacon on the cookie tray. Now I have overlapped it a little bit, and they will start to shrink, and when they do, I'll move the other ones over so that they can cook separately and they'll all be cooked evenly. So now we're going to cook our chicken. So I have a very large chicken breast. It's frozen. I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it. Pour it on top, a little bit on the bottom. And my favorite spice is herb amare. I like using herb amare with my cooking, and it has no carbs or anything. So I'm just going to sprinkle that on top. And I'm going to put the lid on to help steam it and let it cook. So my chicken is cooked. I've cut them into small squares. I'm going to set that aside for a minute. My bacon is almost cooked, so I'm going to just prepare the rest of it and then we'll put it back in the oven. So I'm using Hellmann's mayonnaise, no carbs in it, and that's really important that you look at what kind of carb count there is in mayonnaise, because there's lots of carb counts in different kinds, like Miracle Whip or whatever has carbs in it. So I'm just going to use the back of my spoon and I'm just going to spread some mayonnaise on each of the pieces of bacon to make our chicken club appetizer. So I'm just going to do some of them. I've cooked all the bacon, but I'm just going to do some of them in this video to illustrate how to do it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of chicken and I'm just going to put on each one. Mayo and chicken and tomato, delicious. And then we're going to take our tomato and the cherry tomatoes. I've cut them in half. I'm going to put them on top. So these are just a few that I'll make now, and then I'll continue making them when I get them all finished. So then we're going to take our herb amare, which is just a nice little seasoning that we have, has no carbs in it, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on each one, just the tomatoes and the chicken, and then we're going to roll them. And I'm going to put a toothpick in each one of them after I've got them all rolled. So I've got them all rolled. I'm only going to put a few in the oven because I want you to see what they look like when they're finished. Basically like this, except the bacon's going to be cooked more. So I'm going to put them in the oven. So I've rolled them all, and I'm not going to put them all in the oven right now. I'm just going to put a few in the oven. I'm going to save the other ones for later, just so that you can see the bacon's going to be cooked a little more, and they'll be all ready to go, and they're absolutely delicious. So they're our chicken club. Instead of a clubhouse, we're doing a chicken club appetizer. So they're going to go in the oven at 350 and probably for 10 minutes, and they'll be all ready to eat. So here's our finished product, and a lovely, delicious hors d'oeuvre, and it's all low carb, which is really, really nice. So they were in the oven for 10 minutes at 350, and I just stuck toothpicks in it to keep them together. They're delicious. I hope you give them a try. Go to lowcarbrecipeIdeas.com. Try this recipe and others. We'll see you in the next video. Bye now.